Well, PSL football is back. We are excited. I'm excited. South Africans, you can tell they were hungry for a football match. They filled up that Orlando stadium. Well done to the Soweto people and all the South Africans who came from all corners of this country to go and watch this football game. Well, and then another thing is, you know, Kevin Hunt just turned 60 years old, but the guy does not look like he will be a calmer old man. But you know what? He's still demonstrating tendencies of a last born. You know, all the ranting, the hyperventilating on the touchline, spitting fire. You ask yourself, I mean, this guy is the oldest one in amongst the coaches in the PSL. And I was thinking maybe after turning 60, we will see, a calmer, a given hand, but it doesn't seem like this guy will be changing. Well, it ends with Orlando Pirates winning this one 3-1, goals from Nda, Saleng, and Makgopa coming from the bench. And a former Orlando Pirates player, Vincent Pule, got that one goal for Matsatsantsa Pitori. Well, I do go by the name of Oscar Football. I talk, discuss anything to do football, soccer, from Africa to the world and from the world to Africa. You know what? I expected to see Gilberto in the squad of Orlando Pirates, but he was not even on the. I can't say I expected him to start the game. But I at least expected the guy to be in the matchday squad, but he was not, and he was not even on the injury list, because Orlando Pirates before the game also released the players that are out injured. But again, I mean, there are also the likes of Kapinga, who was a marquee signing last season, and it doesn't look like things are going to change for La Vida Loca Kapinga, who was a high-profile signing from Mamelodi Sundowns last season. And Kevin Hunt started this game with a whole lot of new players, and it appeared like a 3-4-3 on paper, but without the ball, it was literally a 5-4-1, because Neo and Nico Mobi, the new signing, were almost like your wing backs. So at the back three was Tyson Hlachwayo. Between Tyson and Sanoka, you had a Paul who played for Chippa United. Brilliant footballer. And then in the middle you had Aya and Magaman. And then the front three, you had Mashonisa, Vincent Pule, you had the sniper, Bradley Grobler. On the right, you had Zugu Manja. On the other hand, Orlando Pirates, a standard 4-2-3-1, the double pivot of Makaula Mbata. In front of them, the forever excellent Maswanganyi. You had the last one, Mofokeng, and then you had Saleng up top, Mabsasa. Now, on this episode, I'm literally just giving the 5 things I learned on this game, 5 lessons I've highlighted on this game. When we watch a football game, others they watch it as analysts, others watch it as coaches, others watch it as just to be entertained as football fans. And what we draw out of that 90 minutes are a whole lot of different opinions. These are the 5 things I've highlighted, and it would be interesting to hear from you. What are the things that you picked up? I'll give you my 5. Comment on the comment section below on what was the highlight for you on this game between Matsatsantsa and Amaparapara. And the very first point I am going to go with is that back 4 of Orlando Pirates. You have a Hoto who's converted now to, I don't know if he's just filling up because majority of the left backs, Paseka Marco is out injured. Mayela is not a proper left back. He plays more as a left center back, better fitted if he's in a back three. So Hoto, the Namibian left back, the central pairing of Sesana, who was the right center back, and Nda, the Nigerian left center back, and you had the Thabiso Monyana. Let me just put it out there. You know what? Out of that back four, the one person who had a stinker of a game, he had a very, very, very poor game. And I actually understand now why Orlando Pirates have inquired for the services of the Stellenbosch captain, right back Dion van Rooyen. I mean, Thabiso, if he's going to go with this trend, bigger teams, they're going to punish Orlando Pirates. The first goal came because he mistimed his jump, and it landed on the sniper, who assisted with the header, laid the ball for Mashonisa Vincent Pule. And this thing, you know what, with Dion Hoto, he can play for 6 hours non-stop. He's as fit as a horse, and you can rely on him. But they need to do something with that Thabiso. I mean, with Thabiso Monyana on the right back. I know Libito is out until November, December. Shandu, I think, is also out. So if they don't fix that problem on the right back, teams will notice it and they'll probably attack that left-hand side the big time. The central pairing between Sesana and Da is not reliable as well. Sesana is young. He can learn from Da. Again, it's probably because Ogi is out. Mael is probably coming back from an injury as much as he was on the bench. But it appears like the Spanish guitar does not trust CBC anymore. You could have just partnered CBC experience with Nda. A better team will expose that pairing, if this is the pairing they want to continue with for the next month or so, until the proper center backs come back, like your Tapelo Kogi. Nomoro Dosh, number 2, man of the match performances. I've highlighted a few characters. The obvious one is Monnapule Saleng. Is this the season? Is this the resurrection season for Monnapule Saleng? He had an off season, the previous one, and one wonders if you know what, he has gained back his confidence after the pre-season in Spain. He looks happier. He's excited. He said it himself that you know what, the confidence is back, and this is what we want to see from attacking forwards, to even make the ones who are called by Hugo Bros uncomfortable if Monnapule Saleng will continue raising his hand. He scored one, he assisted one. One can argue that even the last goal was indirectly also assisted by Monnapule Saleng, an obvious man of the match. Although in the first 20 minutes or so, they were 15-20 minutes they were hiding. You could not see Maswanganyi and Saleng that much, because the counter pressing and the pressing that was occupied or employed by Gavin Hunt, he really pinned back Orlando Pirates. And as I was watching the game, I was like, you know what, if SuperSport do not score in this first 15 minutes or so, once Orlando Pirates warms up, they score a goal, they must just forget it. I know the match itself ended in 1-1, but Orlando Pirates, they were already warm. A lot of chances were created in this match. Another guy I'm very impressed with is Mofokeng. What a player! What football brains! You know what? In a form of a Rivaldo, in a form of Stones, he can play as a center back, but he can break that first defensive line and actually push into the middle to go and assist the Magaman and the new boy Aya, I think was playing in Swedish or the Danish league. So they've got a jam and a player, and playing under a Gavin Hunt, there are greater chances that any SuperSport player, they have greater chances of actually going overseas or being taken
by their neighbors, Mamelodi Sundowns. So Monnapule, big up. Saleng, big up. Magaman, another player, former Mamelodi Sundowns player, that I've said for some time that these are the type of players Kaizer Chiefs were supposed to, break the bank for. What football brains, intelligence. He just knows how to position himself. Not the biggest or tallest of players, but well-timed tackles. Even he can compete in the air because he's not the tallest, but he knows how to time his jumps. So these are some of the men of the match performances I highlighted. Point number 3, Gavin Hunt, Matthews, they better sit down and actually, because Iguodoro, who was a loanee from Mamelodi Sundowns last season, is not there. I think he's been loaned out now to Amazulu. So that Bradley Grobler injury is going to really be a pain for SuperSport United. It looks serious because the guy went out on a stretcher. From the bench, they didn't have a direct replacement for a Grobler. So one wonders if they don't get a replacement for him in the next month or so before the transfer window closes, it is going to be another long season for SuperSport United, because we know a Gavin Hunt is your typical, old English type of coach who wants a big man in the box. So they need to break the bank or maybe go to Mvela or go to Africa, because I think they still have some foreign spots, and get another big man. Now, as a matter of agency, as we go to lesson number 4, point number 4, as a matter of agency, SAFA, PSL, Danny Jordan, Ivan Khoza, the new sponsors of the league, Midway, guys, sit down, do something. We need VAR in this country. Start somewhere. Goal line technology, offside line technology. Do something, because we cannot be doing a repeat of the previous season. I mean, last season we had some bad, horrible decisions made by the officials. SAFA, PSL, you need guys to assist these guys. I mean, we had a penalty call. I think about 2 of them for SuperSport. You had that goal. I can't say it's a disallowed goal, but Mofokeng, a deflected shot that almost went in. With a goal line technology, it will immediately tell you whether the goal is in or not. You had that Maswanganyi elbow on one of the SuperSport players in the second half. That's a direct red card. You had another, intentional, deliberate handling of the ball, handball by Tito Maswanganyi. One still asks if the Ndao goal is offside. I don't think the third goal is offside. I think he's online, Saleng. And then you have the Ndao goal. We are not sure if he's online or off when the ball is crossed. All of these decisions, they can be made so much easier for the officials. But it seems as if Danny Jordan is sleeping on the job. Ivan Khoza has made it public that they are the ones waiting for SAFA and the referee association to come to them so that they can implement these things. I mean, in Tanzania, I believe they'll be having VAR this year. While we claim to be the best league, but we don't even have VAR. If we want to be the best, then we must be the best in all aspects of the game. On the pitch, administration, the officials, sponsorships, money, everything must be top tier if we claim to be the example or the picture of Africa in the running of the league. The last point number 5 that I've highlighted in this match, you know what? Ricardo Goss is a very good goalkeeper. I mean, it could have been worse yesterday. Pirates could have scored more than 5 goals. He made some killer saves. And but as great and as good as he is, the guy needs to sharpen his distribution. Distribution is part of the game. Yes, you've saved us. You've saved a number of goals, but now we can actually score from your distribution. I don't know if the guy has not watched Itukune's career, the Bayern Munich goalkeeper legend. Is it Never? I don't know if you watch the Barcelona goalkeepers, the German guy. Their distribution is top tier, and these are. I mean, and another thing with Ricardo Goss, he can at times mistime his judgment of the ball when he has to leave his box. A number of times, I think last season, if I'm not mistaken, he had a red card or two because of the very same thing. He's a very good goalkeeper. But obviously, if you are playing for a given hand, all he does the basics. As a goalkeeper, your primary goal is to save balls from going into the net. As to what happens next, whether you can pass the ball to your defenders, is not primary for a given hand. You can just scope and donor the ball to the front and let Chrobla and Tshegofatso deal with it. But if he wants to grow as a goalkeeper in this modern day football, he needs to master his distribution, read the game well. That's another thing that there is a minus for Ricardo Goss, but he is a very good keeper. And the last point in this, which is among the point number 5, the movement of the attacking forwards of Orlando Pirates will continue being a problem for a lot of teams. I mean, these guys, Gilberto was not in the squad. A lot of these attacking forwards were not part of this starting 11. But you can just tell, even if a Saleng gets injured, there's a Gilberto on the bench. If Maswanganyi gets injured, there's Kabelo Dlamini. I rate Kabelo Dlamini very high. I know a lot of Orlando Pirates don't like the boy, but he's a very intelligent footballer. He can play as an 8. He can play as a number 10. One of the few players who can actually shoot outside the box. He's got some beautiful crackers in the pass. So Maswanganyi, if he's injured, Kabelo Dlamini can fit in well. You have the young Relebohile Mofokeng. The movement these guys have when they are on the ball, it's crazy. So if you can't deal with these three, it's going to be a problem. And Mabsasa, he's just a beneficiary of what these three guys are doing behind him. He didn't have the greatest of game, Mabsasa. He had a half chance, which Ricardo got parried away, but overall the movement of the Orlando Pirates players, and just also highlighting Ricardo Goss' performance in this last lesson. Well, if you're seeing this content for the very first time, make sure you smash that like button, follow the brother, subscribe to the channel. Let me hear your views, your comments on the section below. Make sure you watch the ads. That's the best way you'll contribute to this channel. If you want to do further than that, give me that super thanks. I don't know how much you can contribute to the channel or donate to the channel so that we can improve as a channel in many aspects of the production. Thank you so much, guys, for staying this long. I'm excited about the league, excited about this MTN. We Pirates is going to be a force to be reckoned yet again this season. And thank you for staying this long with me, and may my God bless you all.